Meanwhile, thousands and thousands of federal government workers have been let go in the first month of Trump's return to the White House, leading to protests across the country. Now, the White House is saying that it wants to slash 10% of the federal workforce. That is some 240,000 government jobs all told. Now, Trump and Elon Musk, who is in charge of the so-called Department of Government Efficiency, are defending those cuts.
If the will of the president is not implemented, and the president is representative of the people, that means the will of the people is not being implemented. And that means we don't live in a democracy, we live in a bureaucracy. And so I think what we're seeing here is the thrashing of the bureaucracy as we try to restore democracy and the will of the people.
The bureaucracy goes beyond Washington, D.C. 80% of federal workers live outside of the Washington area. And joining us now is Nate Vince and Katie Sandlin. Until last week, Nate worked at Yosemite National Park. Katie worked at the National Institute of Health. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Nate, I want to start with you. As I understand it, you were like the sole locksmith for the entire Yosemite Park, right? What does that
Correct.
entail?
Yosemite has roughly 1,000 structures, historic and non-historic structures, 300 plus houses that people live in, roughly the size of Rhode Island. All of those buildings are public property and are cultural resources for the public and are protected by locks, various locks in different forms. Day to day, I keep those locks working and keep them functioning so that the people in the park, the emergency services, utilities, facilities, interpretation division, all those people can do their job. And then day to day, I maintain the records of all those key controls and all the records for the park.
What kind of impact is this going to have on the park as like the keeper of the keys there?
Well, the previous locksmith is just retired after 24 years. I've apprenticed under him for 4 years, learning the trade and learning the specific quirks of Yosemite National Park and living out here in the woods. I've decided to commit my life here after 4 years of seasonal work and just got a permanent job. Though I was let go on Friday, just 3 weeks shy of my probationary period, which is just a trial period for new permanent employees. So in 3 weeks, I would have been a civil servant and hopefully would have, or potentially cut my job.
Hold on. So wait, so that's the 2 year probationary period, and
1 year, 1 year,
or 1 year probationary period, and yet you were learning under this apprenticeship for 4 years, right?
4, yep. They were seasonal. So with the government, I work seasonally, so it's 4 years, but 6 months seasons. And then I'm eligible to apply for a permanent job, which I wanted and applied for. And during that probation period of fulfilling the job, I fulfilled 49 of my 52 weeks in my probation period, getting star awards and getting accolades for how happy everyone is with my service. Without me, I competed nationally for the job, beat other people out. And without me, there's a lot of knowledge that's lost. There's a lot of property that is at risk, and a lot of people that are still here in the park doing jobs will be handicapped because eventually locks will break and eventually keys will be needed.
I mean, there's so much time to go into there. Katie, I know you were let go on Saturday. I do want to ask, like, how did these firings happen? Like, what was the process? How did you find out?
I was actually treated really well compared to some of my colleagues that I heard from. My boss and boss's boss actually reached out to me because my boss was out of town, and they called me together and, gave me a heads up because they wanted to let me know, because they were pretty sure that the letter from HHS that I would get, the termination email, would probably be pretty harsh, and they wanted to give me a heads up and reassured me that nothing in that letter was true. And my boss actually cried on the phone. She said she felt so guilty recruiting me or getting me to, talking me into coming here. I just moved here from Alabama. It took on a significant amount of debt to do so, and I had only been there for a month. And then, of course, I was terminated.
So you relocated your entire life for this job?
Yes. Yes. Working at the National Institutes of Health, in my field, that's as good as it gets, and actually sent the recruiter an email and said, this is probably the only job on the planet that would pull me away from warm winters in the South and college football. I'd always wanted to work at the NIH. And, you know, I actually cried on the phone when Human Resources called me and offered me the job. My team, we did so much great work. And, you know, over half of our team was cut.
Half of your team was cut. I mean, what is this going to do to your life going forward?
I wish I had an answer for you. I've actually gotten so desperate that I created a donation thing online asking people, you know, random strangers to please help me, because normally I, you know, plan for things like this to potentially happen, but I went all in on this job and, you know, wiped out my savings, maxed out my credit card, took out a loan. Because I thought that I never in a million years would have imagined that this would happen.
Have you thought about fighting the terminations at all?
That's something I've been considering. And up until maybe today, I was really gung-ho about that because, you know, I want my job. Like, I'm not trying to sue somebody to get compensation. I just want to go to work and like contribute to education and outreach to help teachers and their students and help healthcare providers provide better patient care. But now I think I've kind of come to the realization today that I'm not going to get my job back, but there are people that are still there. And so I want to organize folks that got fired and us fight back to get people to know what's going on there, hopefully, so that, you know, hopefully Americans will reach out to their congressional leaders and they can stop any more people from getting terminated. I know that there's probably no hope for me, but at least there's still good people there doing incredible work, and I want to keep them there if we can.
And Nate, what did that job mean to you?
I mean, it was everything. You don't live in the woods, remote from everywhere for nothing. You come here, people work season after season to try parks out, remote living. We don't have contact. We don't have cell service in a lot of areas. We lose a lot of contact from our friends and families, but we're devoted to the mission of the park, being a part of the park, protecting the park, and the people that come here. It creates more than... when I was a kid, it was some of the most magical moments ever. And even in my whole life, they've been magical moments. And I want to be a part of that and help the people fulfill that mission, because this is our public land. And it's part of the greatest things that makes America what it is that we have these special places that people come from around the world to come. They spend their money, they spend their vacations here. And I want to be here and take care of that place for them. I put all of my eggs in this basket as well, and committed to living out here in California and in a remote location. And there's not many jobs out here. And I competed for this job. I knew that the previous guy was going to retire, and he had done 24 years of great service. And he always says, if you do a good job and you have a trade, you'll never go hungry, and you'll always have a job, especially with the government. And so I hitched my horse to this post, and I was for sure of it. I moved out here. I'm committed. And right now I'm floored, and I don't have a plan. Everyone asks me what I'm going to do. I have no plan. I was planning for 20 years to be here in this park for retirement. And it's gone. It's all gone in a second. And I'm fighting because there's people still here that are scared for their jobs. The morale is through. It's floored. I've talked to people at Carlsbad Cavern that lost 13 of their 52 people. That's over a fifth of their workforce. And these are public parks where the public comes to, needs people. They need help. They need resources. They need emergency access to facilities. They need first responders. It needs to be working well. It's like it's a city.
Yeah, I mean, I have no words other than to say that every day we have been doing stories about the numbers of jobs that have been lost. I can't thank you enough for helping us understand the lives behind those numbers. And every single time we talk about this, I hope people at home remember your stories. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app, or follow us on social media.